I'm sitting here with the one and only Raekwon the Chef. What's happening, Quan? You feeling, man?
What up, brother? What up, brother, man? What's poppin'?
Right. Appreciate you taking time out to chill with us, man. First and foremost, man, I got a question for you. Where you been, man?
Been grinding, B. Just working hard, man. I ain't dead yet, nigga.
Okay, that's the question. For all y'all who been asking, Raekwon is not dead. He on the scene still. You ain't seen him, but he's still on the scene. Yeah. Okay? That's what's up, man. So tell me, what you got cooking, Chef?
Only Built for Cuban Links Part 2, the album. You know what I mean? This is what y'all been waiting for the last 14, 15 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just been working hard to make this masterpiece. So
tell me about the album, man. What's it called? The Cuban Links Part 2?
Yeah.
Why Part 2?
Yeah, because, you know, like I said, when we first did the first one, you know, this is my alter ego album that we had made when I first came into the game. Like, you know, we come fresh out the streets, selling drugs all our life, and you know, when I had an opportunity to go professional with Wu-Tang and do what we did, I just came in with what I knew.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And that album had to happen to take off so much through every city and everywhere. It's like I became a national spokesperson for urban cats. You know what I mean? That go through whatever they trials and tribulations of life. And that album, basically, the first one displayed that whole aura about being in the streets and being subjected to the things we was, though. So, you know, being that that album had influenced so many other cats in the game and so many fans that, you know, I kept getting haunted with, yo, we want two.
That's what it is.
So at first it was like I was taking it for granted because, you know, that wasn't in the plans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That wasn't in the plans to go back and do Part 2, but being that I started traveling all over the world and people of all nationalities, you know, some kids that don't speak English, all they know is Part 2. When's Part 2 coming? So we had to make it, and, you know, God just made it happen around the time He made it happen for me.
Definitely, that's what it is, man. Take a while, but thank you. Appreciate y'all for blessing us with that show. But tell me this, man. Who you got on the album, man? Any collaborations, anything like that? Who you got on the production? The undercover producers? Or you got some hot guys? What's up?
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, when we did the first one, you know, I tried to make sure I stayed close to the formula. You know, so definitely I couldn't go nowhere without having a family on it. The Clan.
Definitely, who you got?
So the Clan, you know, the whole team, you know what I mean? Everybody's on it. Production-wise, you know, RZA came in and did what he had to do.
Definitely.
We got Dr. Dre on the album. We got the late Jay Dilla. We got Marley Marl, the legend. Pete Rock, the legend. We got Alchemist, the young killer producer that been just doing his thing. So we got a few more cats though, you know what I mean?
That's what's up.
It's a full-grown, real quality album. Like when you think of them names that I said, it's like, you know, you just got to know that this album is going to consist of nothing but hard beats and rhymes and, you know, everything you ever wanted in an album that you ain't getting in a long time. You know what I mean? Like, I can literally say and guarantee y'all that this is a quality piece of work. This is not me rushing it and making it just to make a couple of dollars. You know what I mean? Because, you know, dudes do that too. You know what I mean? They don't take pride or passion into what they do. You know what I mean? But for me, I really put it down on this one. I had to salute myself with this one.
Definitely, man. That's what's up. So how long did it take you to do this album, man? You just took the whole 14 years or you took a break, man? What's up? How long, man? You a magic man?
Nah, I ain't a magic man yet, though, my nigga. But it took around like 4 years, 4.5 years to really get it where I wanted it. And that's just doing it at a comfortable position in my life. Not so much, you know, every day, like, you know what I mean? Like, it started getting real probably like 150 days ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, stay on it now. But, yeah, I mean, you know, I just took my time, man, you know, and that's how I work, you know. I don't rush nothing that I do because I feel like I'm an artist that make albums more than make singles. You know what I mean? So I really took my time on it. But 4 years of really just in and out, traveling the world, you know what I mean? Making sure I pay my bills and, you know, be a father, be a parent. I'm a parent too.
Oh, yeah? How many kids you got,
know,
man?
3 kids.
3 kids,
you know what I mean?
Definitely. So it's a blessing to have the kids.
You know, just trying to balance out all of that or whatever. Okay. That's what made it be so long. But it was worth it because I got everything I wanted. You know what I mean?
Definitely. That's what's up, man. So tell me this, man. What goes through your mind when you're making this album? Like you said, this is the Cuban Links Part 2. You know, so I mean, is it the same from the first album? You've been labeled as Wu-Tang's one of the illest MCs. The lyrics on Wu-Tang. I mean, is that a title that you want to live up to? Or, you know, is it the same thing? Do you still have the same storytelling essence on this album as you did at the last?
Definitely, I definitely have the same qualities that I had, you know, on any other project we did, and I don't really consider myself like the sharpest blade, you know what I mean, out of the clan. I consider myself a soldier, you know what I mean, that grew up to be a general now, you know what I mean? And we know generals gotta stay being soldiers, so, you know, for me, man, I'm just a team player, you know what I mean? It's my time to shine again. You know, I made sure that I ran back and got the family because we did the first one together, and I feel like any albums that we collectively come together and do is considered a Wu album. You know what I mean? Whether it's the good or the bad, but I couldn't do this album alone without niggas because when you think of the first one, you think of the family. You know what I mean? But you know, like I said though, we definitely grew as artists. You know what I mean? Our thing always through the years was just having the proper production to really make the team really look good the way they need to, because lyrics was never a problem for us. You know what I mean? And you know, even to this day, it's like, you know, dudes is masters, you know what I mean? Like, we really talk about things and shit, and, you know, like you said, yeah, my chamber is a storytelling chamber, so you're definitely going to get that. You know, I didn't try to actually outdo the first one, because the first one is golden. The first one was when I was that age bracket then. You know, now all I could do is just learn from what I did and add on, so I would never say these are identical twins, you know what I mean? Because if they was identical twins, then it wouldn't be What Good Is Doing Part 2. Part 2 is supposed to have a little twist to it. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, we put all the extra coloring around it to make it come off as 2, because 1 is 1.